Okay, good morning. Happy Friday. Today we have Bill Butler from Boston. Bill is actually with us with Tom Ferry Coaching. If you guys know about Tom Ferry Coaching, number one coach in the US. I believe what, Bill, 8 years in a row. Tom is number
Yes,
one coach.
at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
We actually get to know a lot of great realtor throughout the country and even outside in Canada, other part of the world. A lot of great realtors, number one top realtors through this coaching, and we really appreciate Tom Ferry to have us connected. Now, Bill, tell about which market you are. Where is your office, and what market you are serving right now through real estate.
Sure, Sean. Hey, thanks for having me on. It's great to connect with you. I think we were talking earlier. You're down in the Fort Lauderdale. I've got my little Anna Maria Island beach house tumbler here. I miss it. I know I'm going to miss it desperately in February. But yes, I'm in the Boston area. I'm actually located just north of Boston, about 7 miles in a town called Melrose. Melrose actually has been named one of the, if not the number one of the top 3 hottest zip codes according to Realtor.com the past 3 or 4 years. But I've been out here for about 10 years. Moved here from Southern California. I was selling real estate out in Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach area. And originally from St. Louis, Missouri, but loving it here in Boston. Don't think I'm going anywhere. We're having a good time here.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about what people normally want to know about Boston. We always hear Boston is one of the famous city in this country. Now, why what are the reasons you see people move to Boston from other part of the country or other part of the world?
Sure. There are a lot of reasons why people move to Boston. I think what we deal with and a lot of relocation buyers is it's a heavy tech center, obviously with MIT here, heavy with biotech as well. Those are 2 big drivers in the Cambridge and Arlington markets, which is just kind of north of Boston. And then education as well. We obviously, despite this year, we get flooded with students going to Tufts University, which is up by me and in the Medford area, Boston University, Harvard, of course, Boston College. So we get a lot of students coming, and then some people who choose maybe instead of renting a place for their student, because they're usually here for more than 4 years. They're usually here. They pursue their graduate degree here. They put their money to work for them and invest either in a condo or a multifamily while their kid is going to school here. So those are kind of the main drivers. Of course, with Boston, you've got in the summer within a 2-hour drive, you've got Cape Cod, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, just great destinations for the summertime, even the fall now. And then in the winter, if you want to go skiing, you're 2 to 4 hours away from great skiing up in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. So it kind of has something for everybody up here, and is a big draw for folks.
So one of the things I like to ask you, when a parent, they buy, say, suppose a condo for their kids, what are the growth, like the value growth? Is it a good investment to buy a condo or maybe buy a single family home? Which one do you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, let's say if you're sending your child to school up here, the rate that you're going to pay for rent in a normal market right now is going to be as expensive or maybe even more than if you were to purchase a multifamily home or a condo. So we have a lot of people kind of exploring that option and saying, okay, well, if my kid's going to go there for at least 4 years, probably most kids end up staying between 6 and 8 years here. We're seeing appreciation of course, over the past 8 years, between 4 and 10% in any given year. Don't expect that to continue, but we will. There's always going to be demand. And the thing about Boston, as opposed to other markets like Florida or Texas, is there are no huge swaths of land that are ready for development. It's all been developed. So supply is always going to be somewhat limited here.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely. We in South Florida, we do have the same thing, especially in our county here in Broward County and Miami-Dade County. There is no land left. So what's happening? There are still some new homes coming, but mostly townhomes. So if someone want to buy a single-family home, it is definitely be either 10 years older or before, but they're good homes, even though some of the older homes, but they're already remodeled. Most of the homes, they're good condition. Now let's talk about the affordable price. So if someone want to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, affordable home, say 1,500 square feet, 1,800 square feet. So what kind of price we looking at in Boston, like in the city or in the suburb?
Sure. Yeah. Your typical kind of 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,500 square feet is going to be most likely your side entrance colonial, or maybe a smaller Victorian home. That's going to run in Boston. A single family home is going to run north of $1 million. But most people looking in Boston are looking at condos. Your average condo price there is going to be between 800 and $1 million, depending on the different areas of downtown. As soon as you get out to the suburbs, even wherever you go, southwest or north, that particular property is going to be most likely somewhere in the $600,000 range.
Okay, so that's the affordable range. Now, did you see a lot of people when they come to the university and the colleges? So after finish their degree, did you see a lot of people that they staying there, or they're buying property, kind of settling there? Do you see that a lot?
Yes, I do, because the colleges that are here are basically feeder programs for the companies that are located here. So we have a lot of people coming from overseas, a lot of people coming from different parts of the country. They come here, the kids go to school, and then they end up staying here because they get hired on by local companies. So we see that a lot.
So you say you have what, the MIT, and what other companies you have over there?
Well, MIT, great school, obviously Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And then you've got a lot of pharmaceutical companies and biotech companies here that are main drivers of what we see in the economy and housing. So most of those companies are located in and around Cambridge. So we get a lot. The demand for Cambridge is off the charts. And then as you get a little bit further out, the next town further north would be Arlington. So there's a huge demand in Arlington. And now we're getting spillover in my town, Melrose, which is a little bit further east. Same type of feel, very walkable. People are looking for walkable type towns, towns that are, just have a great sense of community. And that's what they're finding here in Melrose and Medford and Arlington, where you can go home and you can park your car for the weekend and not get in it again until perhaps Monday if you're going back to work back in the office.
Oh, okay, that's good. Now, as you know, in Florida, we have South Florida, we have, all the beaches, we have a lot of people moving down here, especially, from New York, where the prices are high. Over here, you can get in a good, decent neighborhood where you have all the access, easy access to, say, highways, not too far from the beach. And so you can get a property these days, say $400,000, even, some older neighborhood, you get a bargain with the $300,000 range, and with the $500,000, you can get a really nice home. I'm talking about 2,500 square feet, maybe 2-story, maybe with a pool, 4-bedroom, and so. And also, we do have some neighborhoods where prices are a little up, $800,000-900,000. But you definitely get a lot of bang for the buck here. We do have job opportunities. Of course, we have Fort Lauderdale here, Miami here, 2 major cities. So that's what is going on. And one of the things to compare between your market and our market, one of the thing is anything right now, say 450 and below, they're hot piece of cake. They're flying off the shelf in couple of days. So what about what price range you see over there? Is super hot. People are buying, hot off the shelf.
Sure. So all price ranges are here in Boston. It's just, in 16 years of real estate, I've never seen a market like this. It's the perfect storm where we have very limited inventory, paired with historically low interest rates and a motivation to move like I've never seen before. People are spending so much more time in their homes. They're putting so much more value into their homes, knowing they're going to have to spend more time there. And there are a lot of people who are saying, we got to make a move here. So pretty much, the single family market anywhere, and I think this goes for all over the country, is you're gonna get a run into a bidding war, whether it's 3 offers or 37, and it's trouble. So you have to pair up with an agent that has strategies on how to win these bidding wars. The condo market, though, is softening a little bit, especially in Boston right now. The condo market's a little bit soft. And the multifamily income property market is softening a little bit in Boston, as we're not getting the students coming in and renting. And then a lot of people have just fled the city. So I have a lot of investors who are looking at this as a great opportunity right now. I mean, obviously we've got a horrible pandemic right now, and we're sensitive to that. And from a real estate standpoint, our investors are really taking a very close look now in the Boston market, because we feel, and I feel, there could be some interesting opportunities come Q1.
Okay, good. So for the investors, it's definitely a good market right now, because a lot of people buying. Now let me ask you, you think that one of the major reason is working from home is driving the market over there?
Sorry, what?
Well, people are working from home, a lot of people. Is that one of the major reason that a lot of people buying bigger homes and so?
Yeah, exactly. And that's a reason why now the homes in our suburbs further out, so that would normally take 45 minutes to an hour commute, those markets are showing a lot of activity. Even the border towns in New Hampshire, where you can get brand new construction, 2,100 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, for under 700,000. People are giving a harder look at the border towns of New Hampshire because they know they're only going to be coming into the office now, if at all, once or twice a week. So it's really been kind of a boon for those areas.
Okay, now, why is the reason people buying more single-family homes than condos?
Well, just because, they want more space. They want, we're getting a lot of people who've made a lot of money on their condo in Boston. And now, they've been cooped up. They need outdoor space. They don't want to be sharing doorknobs with people. So they want their own single family space where they've got the yard. They've got more space inside. They've got space outside to relax and enjoy. Then that's been the main driver. But it's not like the condo market has taken a complete dive, because then you have a lot of renters who are saying to themselves, all right, I got to get out of this building. I don't like the people I'm renting with. Right now, the rent is, in Boston, it's gotten softer, but in other places, the rent is just as much as just a mortgage payment for that same type units. So they said, why don't I just go ahead and build some equity and buy a condo? So those, the first time home buyer markets are very strong. People just getting into condos because they're sick of renting.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, same thing here. The rents are going up every single year. And then on the same side, because the interest rate is so low right now, and we are fortunate enough to lock that rate for 30 years. On a 30-year mortgage. Hey, nothing better than that. So
I just had a buyer lock in at 2.5% for 30 years.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. I don't think this is coming back. This is absolutely amazing.
The Fed met yesterday, and they said that they pretty much said nothing, which means things are going to be status quo here for a little while. But it's an opportunity right now that a lot of first-time buyers are taking advantage of, for sure.
Right. Also, the message for the sellers, because people are moving from condo to the single family home, because they need more space. Of course, the working from home is a bigger driver. Interest rate. So, what message you want to give it to the seller who are on the fence? Maybe they have a small single family home and they had a dream to move to a bigger single family home, or maybe some people they're moving a little bit in the suburb, getting a bigger backyard. Maybe they love to have a kitchen garden at the backyard. So what message you want to give to those sellers who are on the fence?
Sure. Great question. So Zillow just came out with a survey asking, if you are thinking about putting your house on the market, what's keeping you from doing so? Well, 25% they were worried about safety protocols, safety with COVID and showing their home. The real estate industry, especially a lot of us agents here in the Boston area, have pivoted, and we are undertaking the strictest protocols when showing a house. So we've made it a safe endeavor for the seller. So if you're concerned about maybe having all these people in your home and COVID, please reach out to your local realtor, reach out to our team, and we'll tell you all the protocols we go through to keep it safe, a safe endeavor for you. So that's number one. Number two, there are a lot of people who are afraid, okay, where am I going to move? If I sell my house now, there's nothing available, and I can't afford to have to carry two mortgages. And obviously an offer that's contingent on another house selling isn't going to get accepted in a bidding war. So that's something that we're talking with. We're just I've got two clients right now that are you kind of have to take the leap of faith, get your house on the market, get it priced properly. It will sell in a weekend. That part's over with. If you price it right, you can craft an offer for you that not only is an extremely high price, but has your dream terms, meaning having the opportunity to close quickly, say close in 30 days, and then have the opportunity to rent back your property from the new owner. So now you've got cash in hand for the next purchase, and you're not having to make that second move. You can stay in your property, pay rent to the new owner. It's not out of pocket. It's taken out of your proceeds. Sometimes we negotiate free rent, and that buys you an extra 60 days. You can't go longer than 60 days in that arrangement, but we just had two buyers that were able to find another home and are going to close now before they close on the home that they sold.
Yeah, see, I like that, and both of them are valid reason. It's not so. The same thing we're doing here also. My suggestion will be reach out to a realtor who are full-time, who are professional, especially from my side in South Florida, being in REMAX. We always continuously getting educated, continuously getting different updates. Again, being in the Tom Ferry coaching, this is something we do 24/7. So safety, we do have safety strategy. As I think a lot of seller probably don't know that a professional realtor, and especially somebody like, Bill, you are doing over 16 years. I'm here over 20 years in South Florida. We have strategy for everything: the marketing strategy, the showing strategy, the safety strategy, and we go by all the protocols. And secondly, what you're saying about the concern, it's a hot seller market. I sell it, so what do I buy? Again, the same thing. What we do normally, we take care of the hard job first. Means if it's easy to sell and hard to buy, we focus on hard to buy first. Means we take the seller out, show some property, so make them comfortable that, hey, do you think you can find something with your budget? So once they're comfortable, then we put the house in the market. Again, we keep a long closing because we got to find you a house. And then the post occupancy we do also. We always do post occupancy. Most of the home, especially primary home, somebody want to sell this home, buy another one, we do post occupancy, and everything is disclosed, not at the last moment. The problem happens when we disclose that to the buyer at the last moment. We don't do that. We always have a plan, a roadmap set for, okay, this is the plan we're going to do with this whole project. So that is the thing. Same thing, Bill. Thanks for picking up those 2 points. They're very, very valid point.
Yeah, and especially in this market. I mean, yeah, it's never been easier to sell a home, but there's never been a time in our history where a seller could leave more money on the table.
Yep.
I mean, right now, because of the bidding wars and the demand, no one knows how much a home is going to ultimately end up selling for. It's impossible. You just don't. You pick a price that's going to market the home at its most attractive way possible to attract as many buyers as possible. So you get the price you thought wasn't even possible in a million years. So it's really important you team up with a broker that has these strategies so you don't leave a dime on the table.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So Bill, definitely a lot of great information. And anything else you want to share about Boston? Maybe there's something about the lifestyle, what people like, so they're moving to Boston, or something else.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about Boston is there really is something for everyone here. So depending on if you're looking for farmland or you want to raise horses, that's up in Ipswich and Essex, which is less than 45 minutes away from downtown. If you want to be walkable and walk to your market and your coffee shops and your restaurants and your stores, we've got cities all around the downtown Boston that enable you to do that. If you want to live on a beach, you can live on a beach within 45 minutes, half an hour of Boston. So there really is something for everyone in and around the hub of Boston. Like I said, I'm not originally from here. I met a girl from Boston many years ago. We ended up here, and we're loving it. We love it here, and couldn't be happier.
That's good. That's good to know. So a lot of great information. Thank you, Bill. All those information. So for all of you, if you want to reach out to me or reach out to Bill, put a comment there. You can always send us a direct message through the Facebook Messenger, and we are always available. We'll be glad to provide you more information. And if you have a plan to either move into South Florida or move to Boston for any reason, or maybe your kids are going to the college or university in Boston, hey, Bill is the guy to go. He's doing for a long time, and he's one of the top realtor. So thanks for. Go ahead.
John, I appreciate that, and I'm a part of another networking group here in Massachusetts. So if you have questions, if you're thinking about moving even to Rhode Island, Cape Cod, or Western Massachusetts, I know the best agents in the area and be happy to refer you out to wherever you're looking in this area. So happy to. It's been a pleasure, Sean. Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. And then, we'll keep in touch. And again, what you just say that we can, we have such a big network of top realtors throughout the country. So we can actually take care of any city, any city someone is moving to or moving from. So thanks, Bill, again. Take care.
Yeah, my
And
pleasure. Thanks, Sean. Have a great afternoon, and thanks everyone for watching.